Yo, what's up everyone? This is Kaiser War here. So I have recently beat Pokemon Legends ZA. It's a game I've been waiting for a while now. I'm a big Pokemon fan, and of course, anytime a Pokemon game gets announced, I gotta be on that. So I was excited for Legends ZA. Legends Arceus, I think, was like the first time like a bunch of Pokemon fans like came together to actually enjoy a Pokemon game. Like, there's so much negativity around the franchise. I understand why. I can understand why, but honestly, it doesn't really affect me. I like playing these games regardless of what they look like or what they play like. Like, Pokemon has never steered me wrong, and I'll play anything. I mean, I'm one of the few people that actually like Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl, despite my huge issues with that game. I really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every Pokemon game, so I figured Legends ZA was also going to be the same way. I really enjoyed ZA. Honestly, it shocked me how good it was. Like, seeing all the negativity online, I try to go in thinking like, okay, I've seen a lot of negativity. There's like the early launch copies. I didn't get my copy until 4 days after the game actually came out due to a delay, which, you know, whatever. And I saw so much negativity online, saw people hating the game the way it looks, you know, etc., etc. It was mostly the graphics I've been hearing about, but other than that, yeah, it was just most negativity. And I sat there thinking, okay, you know, I hear negativity every time a new Pokemon game comes out. It was like that when Sword and Shield came out, Let's Go, Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl, etc., etc. You know, I think like the only time that I've heard like less negativity than during the Switch era was like during Legends Arceus, and even that people had issues with that game as well. But whatever, right? And I kept thinking, okay, Legends ZA can't be that bad, right? And so I bought it for the Switch 1. Now, I specifically had to say the Switch 1 version because the game is on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, which thank God, because I was going to be so upset if the game was a Switch 2 exclusive. But anyway, I got it for the Switch 1, and I'm genuinely amazed how well it runs because for whatever reason, like, I don't know why that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company just didn't fix Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 1. Because the Switch 1 version of, like, Legends ZA runs really good. Like, better than I thought it was. I kept thinking, like, oh no, it's gonna run like ass. Or, at worst, I thought it was gonna be, like, huge slowdown, especially during, like, the big Rogue Mega Evolution boss battles, but no, it actually ran really fine. It had like a couple of hitches here and there in my entire 50-hour playthrough. Like, holy crap, the game runs way better. The popping isn't even that bad. Like, I gotta always compare to Scarlet Violet, because Scarlet Violet had some real graphical issues. Despite the fact I really loved playing that game, it has some massive graphical issues that they never fixed. And to even get the game to run good, you have to buy the Switch 2. So, you know, that sucks. But I'm genuinely amazed that the Switch 1 version of Legends ZA plays really well. And I have a lot of fun with it. I have fun with the new battle system, which, you know, I was always excited for a real-time Pokemon game experience. I never thought it would ever happen in my lifetime, but they actually did pretty well. All the moves work on cooldown. Like, the battles usually are harder. Pokemon can die faster in battle, which is crazy. Like, it's insane how many close encounters I had while playing the game. And on top of that, you know, if you get hit enough times, you die and end the battle right there. So, you know, your Pokemon are kind of there to be your shields and stuff like that. Because when you get into battles, like with the Rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon, or when you get into battles with Alpha Pokemon, they will go straight for you and kill you. And I think that adds another dimension, like, to the battles, because in Legends Arceus, there was always the danger of you know, getting hurt. But honestly, I didn't die that many times in Arceus than I did in ZA. I died like quite a few times just from straight attacks I get hit by in ZA, which is actually pretty crazy. Like, I think the idea of, like, okay, if your Pokemon all go down and you go down, it's over. Or if you go down, it's over. Like, it's a big risk. You have to, like, protect yourself and position yourself great, like, you know, perfectly fine, so that you won't get killed by a rogue Pokemon or just a stray move coming out of nowhere, or like specific moves that like hit specific areas, like for example, like Earth Power, where like it actually does spawn like a domain underneath you or your Pokemon and just erupt upwards and nearly kill you. And I like how some of the moves are interpreted in this game. Like for example, Protect actually does like protect you from moves, which that's gonna happen. But like, I like the idea if you activate it in real time and the Pokemon actually shoots the move, it then like prevents it from working. Same thing goes for like Reflect and Light Screen. I like how they actually stick on the Pokemon to give you a visual of how it works instead of just like, you know, in the mainline games, it'll just like flash the screen around you, like with Reflect or Light Screen, and it just kind of goes away and you're just gonna accept that because it's, you know, turn-based. But I like the fact that it sticks on the Pokemon. I like how some moves, like how Earth Power works, where I mentioned it was like a little domain that spawns underneath, you know, your Pokemon or anything like that. I like how trapping moves work, like toxic spikes or just spikes where it just actually floats in the air like the anime, or stealth rock, like it floats in the air like the anime. Like, I also like how stuff like Whirlpool, Sand Tomb, Fire Spin, those moves are really dangerous in this game because you have to basically position yourself and your Pokemon to get away from them. And they can stack those on you, which is actually really insane. I think it's cool how they interpreted a bunch of moves in the game. Like, it's honestly really clever, and I like how they all work on cooldown. So yeah, I do like the combat for ZA. Honestly, it's really fun. I think it's by far the best part of the game. But I did like a lot of other factors in the game, like the music. I really enjoyed the music this time around. Like, it's so fun hearing old tracks from Pokemon X and Y being reinterpreted in this game. Like, for example, like the Lumiose City theme, which are basically in the entire game. The Lumiose City theme has like a day version, it has a night version, it plays like as like little jingles and other songs. It has a boss battle version of it, which is actually pretty crazy. I'm not gonna make this video to spoil anything, but yeah, you're gonna be hearing a lot of Lumiose. it's insane, like how many times they reinterpret that theme. It's cool to hear old battle themes from X and Y to being reinterpreted. It's cool to hear the Team Flare theme being replayed again. Like, I just really like the music, right? Now, I wouldn't say this game is my favorite soundtrack. There are some songs I just don't vibe with. Like, a majority of the battle themes, they're decent, but they're not something I'm going to listen to on repeat. And honestly, I think that's been a kind of an issue with me in regards to Pokemon. The music has not been, for me personally, as memorable as it should be, really. I think the last time I generally got deep into the soundtrack of a Pokemon game was Legends Arceus, and that's because I like the new tracks and like the old remixes of what they did, or rearrangements they did from Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, and I really like those as well. But I did like Scarlet and Violet soundtrack, but it didn't have as many bangers as I thought it was, and the same goes for ZA, but I did like them. So the music's also a good point too, and I really enjoyed the characters as well. Like, I've made it known that Scarlet and Violet has my favorite Pokemon cast. When I play Pokemon, I never really think about the characters. They're kind of more of like an obstacle in my way. Like a gym leader, they're kind of like, okay, they're there. Or like a champion, they're there. You know, like I honestly don't really think too much about the characters of Pokemon because I just kind of pick my team and go for it, make my own little story that way. But I really like how ever since Arceus, they've been putting more emphasis onto the characters. Technically, they started in Sun and Moon, but like there are some things like, you know, like there's games like Let's Go where the characters don't really mean much. There's there's like Sword and Shield, which I think the character writing is at its worst. Like, I don't care about anybody in that game. But I think that in Arceus, I really enjoyed the cast. They have really cool designs. They have, you know, very memorable lines they have in the game. Same goes for Scarlet and Violet, which I think is my favorite cast in all, because they are super memorable. Like, I remember almost everyone from that game, which is a testament to how long that game actually is, including the DLC. Like goddamn, dude, Pokemon actually does a pretty good job with his DLCs, because I think when I go back to Scarlet and Violet's DLC, I really like seeing characters like Kieran and Carmine. I just love the cast of Scarlet and Violet, right? And I was kind of hoping they would do the same thing in ZA, where they have a very memorable cast, and they do. You know, I just spend a lot of time with these characters, like, outside of, like, you know, specific areas and stuff like that. Because they're not tied to, like, a gym like they used to. There's no gyms in this game. So, like, you get to see the characters more, you get to interact with them more, and they actually, like... It's actually really insane that without the main Pokemon structure, you get used to these characters more, and they all come together and interact with each other in a cool way, which I really like. Like, I think, like, the finale of ZA was actually really well done. I don't want to spoil it, but it's amazing what they do with these characters, and I really like them. I grow attached. Honestly, I've grown attached more to the characters outside your little main group of Naveen, Tawny, and God, what was her name? Oh my God, the other girl with the one's the sister of Tierno. I can't remember her name. I just finished this game and I can't remember her name. I guess that's bad. I guess that's just gonna show she didn't make that much of an impression on me. But I do like the characters, and I do like all of their designs as well. And I think I just really liked how the game took one city and the original Pokemon game, like in original X and Y, it just made it alive. I didn't really care that much about Lumiose City at all in the original, like, X and Y, but like I like how alive it feels in Legends ZA. Like, you're spending the entire game in Lumio City, so you kind of have to get used to it. And I fell in love with it. Like, there's so many new areas I would never expected. You revisit old areas, you revisit old characters from X and Y. You know, I really enjoy that. Like, that is so fun to actually go back to a game you haven't like played in years. Like, I bought X and Y, well, Y, back in 2013 when it came out, and I didn't play it again, I think, since 2016. So it's been years since I played that game. It's been like 9 years, right? So it's so fun going back to like playing Legends of ZA and still remembering all the stuff I liked about X and Y. Like, I really do like I do really like X and Y. I know a lot of people have that problems with that game, but I did enjoy the game. And it's nice seeing all these callbacks, these references. It's just so fun because it basically rewards you for playing that game. And that's what I liked about Arceus as well. The game rewards you for playing stuff like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and even other Pokemon games like Black and White, where you have characters from them. Like, you have it's insane. Like, I loved it. Like, I think the only issue, and I really mean this, the only issue I have with ZA is the low catch rate. Now, there are items in the game, like there's specifically things called Canary plushies that actually boost your catch rate, and they boost stuff like, you know, your EXP gain, and boost money, stuff like that. And you have to go around collect things called colorful screws around the area in order to basically level up. Well, not level up, but get enough of them to get the plushies in order to get your catch rate higher. And even then, like, it just... I don't know why the catch rate is so horrifically low in ZA. Like, it's so bad. I like the game. I like catching Pokemon. But, like, it's such a struggle to even catch a Pokemon. Like, imagining trying to catch a Pokemon. Like, let's say an alpha, right? And you can't catch it the normal way, so you have to battle it. It sucks ass. When you finally get down to its low HP, they give you that option to catch it, and then, like, you don't, and they faint anyway, and they disappear, right? I don't like that. The low catch rate sucks. Even with all the Canary plushies maxed out, the catch rate is still super low, and I hate it so much. Like, oh my god. But overall, I really liked the game. I really liked all the quality of life features they added in the game as well. Like, I probably should have, you know, added that before the things I hated. But honestly, again, low catch rate is literally the only thing I don't like about the game. Everything else is golden. Like, I want to mention the quality of life features, dude. Like, holy crap. If I thought Scarlet and Violet were insane with the quality of life stuff, ZA just kind of just made me go insane, right? First of all, they brought back the stuff where you have your boxes on you at all times, so you can swap Pokemon between your satchel and your boxes, so you don't have to go back to a Pokemon Center and do it like with a PC. Awesome. There's this trainer that stands outside of Pokemon Center, and if you try to like throw Pokeballs at certain Pokemon and miss, the guy will reward you with some of those Pokeballs you misthrown? Ain't wrong. I'm trying to find a word for it. But if you just basically missed your shot with certain Pokeballs, the guy staying outside of Pokemon Center will actually give them, well, not all of them, but give some of them to you, which I think is like something I didn't even know I wanted. Like, I didn't even know I wanted something like that. It's actually pretty crazy. You also have this little thing for Mabel, who was a member of Team Flare back in X and Y, who will give you like research tasks in order to do. It's like, oh, you catch a specific amount of Pokemon, battle a specific amount of trainers, and she'll give you like TMs and items and stuff like that. Mostly TMs, but she'll give you like EXP candy, she'll give you certain items, she'll give you ball caps, stuff like that. And I really like that because like, it gives me a incentive to catch all these Pokemon like it did back in Arceus. But again, with the low catch rate, kind of pisses me off. And I also like that concept of the ZA Battle Royale, like you have to basically, you're stuck at night having to fend for yourself. I mean, you can always leave the ZA Battle Royale and not participate in it, but you have to actually do it to continue with the story. But I like the concept as well. I do think to get the Shiny Charm in the game, you have to do 1,000 Pokemon battles, which I think is ridiculous. Like, there's a story reason as to why, and I want to break it here because that's literally post-game stuff. But just saying, to get the Shiny Charm, you do 1,000 Pokemon battles, and I just was not about that life. I don't want to play ZA until I get like tired of it because I feel like that might ruin my perception on the game. I just enjoyed it, and I don't want to not enjoy it from just, you know, doing all that. Maybe one day I'll go back to it and finish, like, you know, do more of the post-game, but that's like really the only thing I want to do. And honestly, I just don't care enough about the Shiny Charm enough. I don't do shiny hunting or anything. I have found shinies while playing the game, which is pretty cool. But I just don't have the energy of the Shiny Charm. I just don't have it in me. So I think I'm done with ZA until I go back to it. But overall, it's a damn near perfect Pokemon game. Yeah, I know people complain about graphics and textures. I honestly don't give a shit, dude. Like, I honestly think there's a lot of bitching that goes on with these Pokemon games. Like, some things I do understand. I do understand why people will get up in arms for it. ZA, I don't. I've been seeing a lot of unnecessary hate for this game. It's honestly just, I think it's just a bunch of bitching from a bunch of whiny people. I really do think it is. I really think ZA is a damn near perfect Pokemon game. Really good game. Yeah. The low catch rate pisses me off, but honestly, that's like the only thing that makes me mad about that game. The low catch rate. And that's it. That's literally it. I think it's a damn near perfect Pokemon game. The fact that you're stuck in one city, like, you figured that would have been like the worst thing ever. But honestly, no. I like running around Lumiose. Like, I just really liked it. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's fun. The game was fun. There was a lot of stuff packed into this one city, and I really do appreciate it.